Hey, what's up? It's me, Veer, and I am a person who has a mainly Jamaican following of the 5 subscribers I currently have. I was thinking to myself, hey, why don't I review something that's, well, not really review, I wouldn't really call these reviews, I just go over posts that are in a specific subreddit, but I said to myself, hey, why don't I do something that's Jamaica related? So I visited r/Jamaica. And honestly, I don't exactly know what to think of it. I've been kind of going through the motions with this video in specific. Like the last video, I could just say crap because what I was reviewing, I used that word again. Let's just say reviewing, what do you call it? Courtesy me or something. The last thing I quote and unquote reviewed, it was pretty interesting. Like it was inherently interesting, in fact. But with this, I kind of have problems finding what to say about it, if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But I want to review this subreddit, because, you know, Jamaica's where I'm from, and our online presence really needs to be shown, I guess. Visiting the home screen of this subreddit, r/Jamaica, I'm greeted by a couple of things. First off is the coat of arms mixed with the Reddit logo, which is something not particularly creative, but I really like it actually. It's a bit more creative than the normal subreddit logo that you usually see. So I can appreciate the effort that they put into that. One other thing is this right here. Do you see that? Do you see what's on screen now? Look at what's on screen right now. It's Jamaica written in Comic Sans. Now, if you didn't know, in the design world, Comic Sans is considered a joke of a font. Like, you should never, ever, ever in a million years, ever consider using Comic Sans as a font to represent you professionally or officially in any kind of way. Seeing them use it so just nonchalantly like that hurts me on the inside, and I really wish I didn't have to see this right now, but yeah, Jamaica written in Comic Sans, yeah. Yeah, okay, so there's a total of 5,000 people in this sub, which is fairly sized, I guess. For a subreddit, it's fairly small, but, you know, it's 5,000 people. I think that's a lot of people. So, let's look at some posts and see what we think of them. So, the first post that I'm gonna go through is this one right here. It's kind of like a pertinent problem Jamaicans face online, and in the real world, of course, too. How the world sees Jamaica. During the Olympics, they see us as Usain Bolt, basically. But any other time, they just see us as this meme where we always are smoking weed, and that's something I've come across personally too. Like, I've talked to people online, and whenever I tell them I'm Jamaican, the first thing they ask me is, yo, do you smoke any weed, or is the weed good there, or any weed related statement or question I usually hear after telling them I am Jamaican. So yeah, if you're American, or if you're from the Netherlands, or if you're from England, or if you're from any other country than ours, please, for the sake of God, do not ask us that, okay? Like, just don't. We've heard it a million times. Next meme. St. Thomas and the KFC. St. Thomas people, when they see a KFC commercial, Jesus, I see what you've done for other people, and I want that for me. If you didn't know, St. Thomas is the only place that does not have a KFC in it, I think. I actually don't know if there's any other parish that doesn't have a KFC, but here's how things work in Jamaica, right? If your parish doesn't have a KFC, then it is not a parish, okay? Like, a famous philosopher once said, if you live in St. Thomas, then you probably don't exist. Next meme. Today I learned Bob Marley was as tall as 2 babies. Very interesting indeed. Let's move on. Quarantined, but at least we have Aki and Saltfish, and then what follows is a very attractive picture of Aki sitting atop rice, sitting atop a black plate. Now, there's nothing remarkable about this thread other than the fact that he got absolutely lambasted by the fact he ate it with rice. Apparently, the people in the comments had a problem with that right here. One guy says, "Yeah, but rice, bro," and he's like, "Hey, what's wrong with that? Legitimate question. I'm the American in the relationship." I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. Like, I never knew, like, there is a problem with eating ackee with rice. Not just dumplings, but all kinds of food. Yam, banana, breadfruit. We here in Pennsylvania, so it's hard to get good yams and blah blah blah. Yeah, like, is that something I've been doing wrong all along by eating ackee with rice? Like, ackee with rice is the only way I eat it, to be completely honest with you. Is somebody tell me, am I in the wrong? Am I committing some kind of sin here? This is very odd, but anyways, let's see what else is here, shall we? Y'all be shaming people for living at home at 22, and I know West Indian people be confused as fuck, LMAO. We really don't be leaving home until you either move to the States, get married, or get a child and need your own space. Your parents would be offended if you tried to leave early. I don't know about that last part. I doubt that. I don't know anyone's parents who would actually be offended by that thing. If anything, like, I know more parents that want their kids out as quick as possible. So this post gets a 0 for accuracy. Next post. So, I think I'm gonna slow down now. I'm going to also focus on less memes because I don't want to turn this into some kind of glorified meme review. This post right here. We need more Jamaicans on Reddit. Honestly, we need more for fellow Jamaicans to join Reddit, in my opinion. Reddit is a better social media platform than IG. I would kind of argue with that. I think they're different. I don't think one's better than the other. I think saying Reddit is better than IG is like... IG stands for Instagram, by the way, if you didn't know. I think it would be a bit pretentious to say that, you know? It reads... some people are not going to like some of Reddit's communities or some of the information that Reddit is spreading, but the thing is that there are many different cultures on Reddit with different social views. I think the thing he said a while ago, some of them might not like the information that Reddit is spreading. I think that's the whole acceptance of gays things, which is still a problem for some reason in this country. And also like accepting trans people and stuff like that. If you're a foreigner watching this video, if you're considering moving to Jamaica, you kind of have to take into account that we're still, I don't want to say backwards, but I personally think it's backwards to not be accepting of communities like that. But you have to take into account that we aren't, not saying we as in me, but we as Jamaicans in general, not me personally. I need to make that very clear, but that Jamaicans in general aren't accepting towards that kind of thing. So yeah, that's aside from the point that this post covers. This person says one of the main reasons is that average Jamaicans more than likely don't know what Reddit is. I think that depends on the age of the person, because my parents definitely don't know what Reddit is, and they're in like their 50s, probably 60s. I don't know their age. I'm a horrible son. But yeah, I think most of the younger generations most likely know what Reddit is, or at least they've heard of it or seen it on YouTube. I think it would be pretty rare to not know. Most of them, I don't think they're on it, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I don't think Reddit is that far spread in this society. Like, you're most likely gonna see the youth of like this generation on Instagram and on Snapchat, which again I have to get across that isn't a bad thing. That I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just different. That's all. This user says Reddit is actually a great place for Jamaicans and us children of the diaspora to get together and discuss topics important to our home country. I try to have these discussions in other places and get frequently dismissed. I don't live in Jamaica, but it is my home. If we market the subreddit as that, I think we will see a large uptick. I kind of agree with that. I'm always on the fence with things. I agree with that. I think one of the main pros with Reddit is the fact that it's a text-based discussion platform, right? So if you want to go share your political opinion, it's more suited to Reddit than Instagram, because like on Instagram you'd probably like post it in some kind of meme, or you'd you can't, there's no way to really write out your thoughts on Instagram, right? Or on Snapchat. I've never used Snapchat, I wouldn't know. Or especially Twitter, because like Twitter only allows like 200 and something characters. You can't like sufficiently get your opinion across on that, right? But I think Reddit is like one of the better places, and I guess it's sort of a shame that there aren't more people on this. Like, I don't know how many people are in Jamaica. I could research it, of course, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, it would be cool if there are more people on the subreddit, I guess. But again, like 5,000 is a lot. I had way more posts planned, but just like the last video, this is stretching on longer than I really wanted to. So I'm gonna read this last comment right here. He says on this very same post that I just read, "Come to YouTube instead. My husband is Jamaican, and we also find there are a lot of other Jamaicans on YouTube like this channel that we can watch or relate to. I like it to get different points of views, and since I'm more visual, YouTube is my preferred platform. Here's our vlog," and there's the link right there. I'll search their stuff out, right, and see if I can link it in my description as well, you know, supporting fellow Jamaicans, blah blah blah, whatever. But yeah, subscribe to Jamaican YouTubers, everybody. Thank you for your time. It's oh right, wait, hold up, right, before I do that, overall I think this subreddit isn't particularly interesting, but it's not particularly bad either. Like, I've been on worse places online, and I guess the fact that it doesn't have that many people in comparison to some more active subs on the site is why it's not as, you know, it's not as active and interesting, I guess. But overall, I give it a 30 out of 69, bruh. Right, now for the end card. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching this, because you are the real MVP if you actually watch through this. I checked my statistics on the other video. Like, on average, people stop watching after 2 minutes. I'm not angry at all. I'm literally not angry. I'm not seething at my temples, and I'm not gonna die if you don't watch this. What am I even on about? Man, I need some sleep. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Really thank you. I appreciate it. And have a good day. Okay? Goodbye.